Yeah, you really are. My goodness. Okay, so I was looking at CrowdStrike to break 124. That could still happen, but it doesn't. I'm not overly convinced. Let's have a look at CrowdStrike. Yeah. Breaks 123, it could be with a short. Short sale restriction. Bang. It's worth a shot, but it's a little bit difficult to do. Hey, Farron, good to see you, buddy. Do you know what I need? I need a nice brew. I'll be back in a second. There we go. Let's get some action. Right, Vax. Guys, no, that's not worth trading. The front end of the move is what you're looking for. So this right now, what we're looking for is reversals, things that are really extended to the up or downside, and we're looking reversals. That's really what Power Hour is about. Is finding those reversals. 10% today. That's a good day, Ferrell. Yeah, absolutely, Jack. Frying fish. Oh, I've just had my dinner. I thought, while I'm watching the Spain game, Germany 1-0 up, so it looks like it's going to be Spain and Germany progressing. But if Japan get a goal, it could all turn around. Or if Costa Rica get a goal. So if either Spain or Germany concede one, it could all change. So, yeah, interesting setup. Type of fish are you frying? Cod or haddock? Let me know if you want to see anything. If you want, let me know what you're trading. Let me know if there's something that you want me to take a look at for you. We'll see if what we can find. So VAX pumped up here, a little bit of a bounce here, but that doesn't look great. Yeah. Crowd strike up at 123.50s. Could be interesting if it gets back up towards 124. Not really seeing anything other than that. Don't mind a bit of haddock. Fair cod, but don't mind haddock. Difficult to get cod. It's kind of rationed, isn't it? SOS. Let's have a look at SOS, shall we? Have a look at some of the... Yeah, there's nothing there. Let's have a look at the wider markets here. Jewel never did open for sale. Jewel was supposed to be an IPO today, but never did open up for sale. Let's have a look at the wider market. So the S&P 500 launched up, then it's kind of sideways, really. It's just choppy sideways. That's what. Look at where the VWAP is. It's just ranging along the VWAP. So that's pretty much, and you can see the yesterday's closing price. So it's pretty much where we finished yesterday. So it's very sideways day to day on the markets. Yeah, I was just looking at Neon. In fact, I just called Neon out, but it on the Discord. But it pulled back as I called it out. So yeah, Neon's looking good. It's won a court case. Is the reason for this one up with Samsung. A patent, a case on a patent case with Samsung. Now Samsung is always in court, usually against Apple, but Samsung are the ones that. You obviously weren't on the you weren't on the stream early. You didn't tune in early for my opinion of Mullen. It's a garbage company. They'd be as well to collect trash. Yes, they've had a bit of news today in that they've acquired another garbage company. So basically it's now a bigger garbage company with more garbage. So that's my opinion of Mullen Autos. Will it get to 24 cents? Yes, eventually at some stage. Will I be trading it up to 24 cents? Absolutely not. I've got better things to put my equity in, both intraday, swing trading and long term. Mullen is a terrible company to try and trade. It's like, oh my goodness, look at that sell-off on tops. Top shipping. Ouch. I'm glad I wasn't in that. I was trading this earlier, obviously. We traded this almost 4 grand out of this earlier, but wow. Is it shortable? No, not shortable. Ah, well, I can watch it capitulate. Not shortable, no shares tomorrow. Typical. What are you going to do? Look for a bounce, I guess? Well, Farron, stick around. Help you out. Needs to hold $4. Maybe look at a boss. What's just happened with this? Is there a catalyst just to have it sell off so much? Has it just announced an offering? Let's have a quick look. That looks like it's just announced an offering there. There you go. Top ships initial offering by foreign issuer. Yeah, so there you go. It's just announced another offering, and this is what I'm talking about in terms of these companies here. The garbage. It's garbage stock. It really is. And yes, I trade it every day, but do I hold it long term? Hell no. This is why top ships was moving up. It was being artificially pumped up, ready to hit the market with an offering. And that's what they've just done. So yeah, that's not good. That's not good at all. Typical. Oh, just looking at the publishing here, and top shipping. We're looking at top ships. Let's open this up wider so I can actually see it. Okay, let's go into the news section. I'll be able to get a full view of this. United States Exchange Commission. So just trying to see. Okay, full box, securities and exchange. How much? Okay, we were offering on a best efforts basis up to 5 million shares. Basically, a 5 million share offering on an assumed public offering price of $3. Looking at a 15 million offering, looking at $3. So 5 million shares at $3, and tops is currently over $4. So that's why they wanted to. That's why it's been pumped up. That's terrible, terrible. But what are you going to do? Nothing. Offering what? 5 million shares, 5 million additional. Basically, they're diluting the float. Is what they're doing. They're adding an additional 5 million shares to the float. If you've got so if you've got shares in top shipping, your shares are worth less. And what they're doing is they're hoping it will increase the market cap. They're looking to try and make money based on the stock market, because they're not making money through their normal means. That's half the problem with a lot of these garbage companies. They do that. They'll pump up the price. They'll have help for market. They'll have help from the market makers to pump up the price, and then they'll just hit the market with an offering, and it tanks the stock. That's what happened with me and Tough Built. I got caught in one of those. To be fair, it's only a 70-cent drop, so. But no, I wouldn't touch that. And you can't short it either. So, yes, tops, don't touch. eHealth. Okta. Oracle platforms, breaking highs. Very low volume. You can't trade this on this kind of volume, though. I mean, this is up 27% today. What's great news, though, is we're seeing a lot of volatility in the markets, which is great. We've not seen this level of volatility for a long time. Now what we've got to look for, we want the volatility to continue, but we want it on good volume. But we've not seen this level of volatility for so many stocks moving. It's great. With that comes opportunity. So AMC's having a good day, 21% up. It was up like 25% up or something. So it's pulling back from the highs. Higher day currently 9.15. You don't really want to get caught in the back end of the move unless you're going to short it. It is shortable. Okay, so we're oncolytics, biotech, can't trade that. That's horrible. That's a horrible chart. Come on. Lack of volume is just horrible. Raw med selling off. It's underneath the VWAP. It is shortable, I guess. Don't really want to short something at this level down there. 280 something. Backs. Road strike still pulling back. This needs to get over 123.50. Might be interesting. AMC, I've just been on an AMC. I've just had a look at AMC Nitro. Calm your boots. So it's, if you look at this on the 5 minute, you'll see the move up. Some nice initial move up after I'd closed here. So I finished streaming live here, and this had a lovely move up right afterwards. If I'd stuck around, I probably would have got on that. Then it consolidated a bit before starting to move up again. It seems like it's the back end of the move. So really you want to be looking at 880. If this is going to move back up, it needs to get over 880. And certainly over 875, a $0.75. It looks like it's pulling back right now. Possible short. Top shipping is breaking lows again. That's what happens when you hit the market with an offering. There you go. No worries, buddy. So I'm just looking for, get rid of this. Remove all the lines. Since that offering, they're all null and void. Just looking for something to trade to the upside. I don't really want to be going short now, unless it's really extended. I can't short that. It's not shortable. AMC possibly could be worth a short, but it's still above the VWAP, so I'm kind of thinking 860, below 860 might be worth a short. Let's see. Neon breaking high still, looks like. Oh, it's pulling back a little bit now. 580. Well, happy days, guys. The S&P 500 is trying to go green. It's very choppy sideways. Look at this on a 15 minute, and it's like, since it closed yesterday, it's not gone anywhere. Markets, like, I'm surprised we've got so much volatility in the market today, because when the market's usually like this, it's very sideways, kind of go nowhere, do nothing, sideways, choppy, chop. It's normally you don't get that. It's very tranquil. You don't get that much volatility on the stocks either. So when the markets are like this, I'm quite kind of surprised. This is an ascending wedge into a flat top on the market on the 15 minute. Typically these are bullish and they'll break upwards. So let's see, will it break above 408? We might get a power hour rally. We're not into power hour yet, so we're a little bit early for the power hour. I just thought I'd start the stream early. I was sat here twiddling my thumbs, so I thought, why not? I did trade Kavana earlier. Managed to get almost 2k out of Kavana. That was nice. That's not doing anything anymore. Kavana's a double bottom off the VWAP there. If this gets over the $0.25, it could be interesting, Kavana. There we go. Full bottom on the VWAP. That moves up. Might get 10 cents. Ah, it's not really worth it. I'm not feeling that. CrowdStrike, however, on the other hand, nice double bottom on CrowdStrike. We're looking at $65. Could be interesting. I like the double bottoms. I do like trading double bottoms. What's the high of day so far? 124.15 is the high of day. That was from this morning when I traded it. Yeah, so the markets have just gone green, all of them. Oh no, tell a lie. Just the Nasdaq and the S&P 500. The Russell is about to go green, but the Dow Jones Industrial has got a way to go. So that's negative 43 base points. BBGI breaking highs. BBGI just was up there, 394 breaking highs. High of day currently is 396, so get over $4 and this could be back at the races with BBGI as well. Yeah, so okay, let's go back to the double bottom and we'll see it on the what was I just on that had the double bottom? Was it CrowdStrike? Okay. So here's the double bottom here, okay? You've got the W shape. So the middle of the W, that's your trigger. Farah. You get the full pull down, and then you get the double bottom and the move up. Your trigger is here in the middle of this, and then what you're looking for is the depth on top of as your goal. So that's if you're being optimistic, generous, you want to look for the depth. If you're being pessimistic, you might want to look from the depth of the middle to the bottom and the move up. So the 123.63 to 120. So you're looking at a 70 cent move here from that. So you're looking at 124.30. That will be your target. Alibaba breaking highs as well. Look at that. Got a while to go before it gets green, but it was rejected at the red-green line earlier. But Alibaba back up at 86, testing that $86.50. All right, let's go back to CrowdStrike. Are we trading this, Tony? So the 5-cent spread, so that's not bad at all. Just taking 2,500 shares. A little bit late. I really wanted to, about 20 cents late on this. Really wanted to get in at 123.63, but we're looking at least 124 here. We're looking at the move up to 124 ideally. Is he on? Is he on again? I watched his interview yesterday, and I thought the guy's just a clown. He hasn't a clue what he's doing. It was just playing at being CEO. That's what he was. Mummy and Daddy obviously helped him get a job as a CEO of a startup company that he got lucky. He hasn't a clue what he was doing. He doesn't know what the company was doing. As a CEO, that's a bit of a worry. And he doesn't know where the money is. Yeah, right. Where's the missing billions, man? He's just a Nick Leeson of crypto, is what he is. He's a crook. Hey, Anonymous. Hey, Simply. But SPF is just he's a privileged crook. He needs to do time. There are people crying, and there's probably people actually taking their own lives as a result of the distress that him and his cronies have caused, tanking the entire crypto market. It's akin to what Nick Leeson did when he crashed Barings Bank back in the 2000s, I think it was. Was it 2000s? He did time. And now he's selling his trading course. You're like, Nick, didn't you get into trouble for being a crap trader? And you end up going to jail. How to get yourself into prison by Nick Leeson. How to crash the crypto market by SPF. I'm always wary of people with double-barreled names. They're usually trying to assassinate people. Think about it. All of the major figureheads in history that have been assassinated, usually they've been assassinated by someone with a double-barrel name for some reason. So I'm in here at 123.82. I've got that. 123.63 was the entry level that I was looking for. So that's going to be my stop loss also. Spreads are widening. It's now 10 cents on the spread, so that's something I've got to factor in. It's only 5 cents when I got in. It's back to 5 cents. Ah, come on. They only give it a certain percentage away to charity, Super Chip. They give it enough away to charity that they can write off against taxes. So they don't give more than they can write off. And then they'll make a big deal out of, we've given millions away to charity, but you were earning billions. So you've given millions away so you can write it off against your tax bill. That's all you've given away. You basically minimize your tax liabilities in the form of a good deed. It's absolute BS. They're all at it. You know, let's face it. We're all at it. I've done it as well. You make donations to charity, and you kind of make it like you're doing a good thing, and actually what you're really doing is, because you can write off charitable donations as a tax write-off as part of your business, providing you're doing it through your business. And that's the thing. If you do it as a personal donation, that's different, but I don't see him doing any personal donations. It's all tax write-offs. He's playing the goofy kid defense. I mean, to be fair, that's exactly what he is. But it's no defense. Ignorance is no defense of ignorance is no defense. Ignorance of the law is no defense at all. I mean, there's been mentally inept kids have been sent to the gas chamber in the States in the past. Eric Bentley, for example. Let him have it. Diminished responsibilities. It's whether he had intent. It doesn't matter whether he had intent. Is it incompetence? The guy who should never been in the position in the first place. Of course he had intent. That's why, and I'm sure he's got billions, $1 billion somewhere. He's got millions stashed away somewhere, guaranteed. Hidden away offshore in the Bahamas. That's probably what that payment to the Bahamian government was. It's paying off so that he can actually keep some of his fortune that he swindled people out of. Well, Madoff couldn't. The difference between Bankman-Fried and Madoff is Madoff was cozying up to the social elite, and Bankman-Fried was cozying up to the political elite. But from a social elite point of view, Madoff was. I mean, he was what was it? The $1 billion cricket game in the Bahamas that he was doing. Was that Jamaica or whatever? Another crook. Well, he should have had stop losses. I mean, the whole point is that, you liquidate your positions for a loss. You don't hold on to your positions and bankrupt bankrupt the sector like Nick Leeson did at Bearings. You just take more and more leverage, bigger and bigger positions, averaging down, averaging down, averaging down. That's what Nick Leeson did. And because there was no oversight, he got away with it. Well, I'm thinking of just getting out of this. I'm not feeling it. The double bottom was nice, and it still might come good, but it's just too slow. I could be trading something else. There's a nice double bottom. Oh, this crowd. This is the double bottom I'm seeing on the other page. CrowdStrike. DBGI. That's up at 392. Don't talk to me about intent. If you accidentally shoot someone in the head and they die, is it about intent? No, you still get done for manslaughter, whether it's an accident or not. Should be the same principle applies for white-collar crime. If you bankrupt a whole bunch of pensioners and ruin the pension pots, all the savings and everything else, then you should be held accountable. Look, you could rattle a list off as long as your arm of these white-collar criminals. Con men is what they are. The snake oil salesman at the end of the day. I mean, Bankman-Fried, if you go back just 6 months, he was on, I think there's a recording of him on YouTube describing his business setup in the crypto space and his token in the tokenomics. It was a Ponzi scheme. He literally described a Ponzi scheme. Whereas, people are putting money in because they think it's valuable and they see other people putting money in, so they also put money in, which gives it value, and it's perceived value based on the value that people put money in. It's like, you're just describing a Ponzi scheme. That's just a pyramid scheme. It's all it is. The textbook definition of a pyramid scheme. So we're between the spreads here. And we've been looking at this break in 124, but it's taking its time getting up there. Intent shouldn't matter. If you accidentally bankrupt your company, you're going to get fired. If it's a fireable offence, then it should be a jailable offence if it's the levels of fraud and criminality that SBF's achieved. The whole FTX debacle. What platform is this that I'm trading on, Andy? This is DAS Trader. That's the platform that you're seeing there. That's what's got my P&L in the middle, and that's what's got this chart up at the top. Come on, let's break 124. That's all I'm looking for. There we go, 124, and the rest. Come on. I'll put this slightly above break even and let it work its magic. There we go, 124. So we're up at 124.20s. Look, just because, like, whatever. The guy is I'm suffering. I personally am suffering because of his actions. I've got crypto holdings, and the whole crypto sector lost value because of his actions. So I'm annoyed, you know, and that's why I'm saying if I saw him in the street, I'd probably punch him in the head, because I've lost money because of him. And trust me, I've not lost near as much as a lot of other people. No way, Japan have equalised against Spain. How does that put the table now? Does that mean Germany are out? Oh, interesting. So why are Germany above Japan right now? Same goal difference, same points. Interesting group, a bit like yesterday. But at least we got a little bit of extra money out of that one before we got stopped out. Not a huge amount, but better than a kick in the teeth, I guess. So about $400 we got out of that. Probably not moving the way I want it to. So I'll go, let's see what else is moving. Is there anything you guys want to see? Is there anything that you guys are interested in seeing? Do we have it? Can you see me on YouTube? Is YouTube live? Let me have a quick look at the let me know. Can you see me on YouTube? Can you hear me on YouTube? It's very quiet. There's nobody in the chat there. What's going on? Give me a you know, hey yeah. If you can hear me on YouTube, give me a hey yeah. Let me know. What I would say is that's just moved up now, back up to the highs. So tops, yeah. I can look at tops, absolutely. So tops, trying to bounce here. Inverse head and shoulders formation here maybe, but no, I wouldn't touch this right now. Not, they just announced an offering there. So top shipping. The reason that this tanked. Oh, Japan have just scored again. Germany going out as it stands. Oh no, Looks like VAR's going to rule it out. Might be offside. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is this going to be given or not? Yeah, that's gone over. That's out of play. That's out of play. Yeah, it just went over the line. So yeah. So Top's just announced a secondary offering, 5 million shares, well, less change, and that's why it just tanked. So looks like it's people are over 4 on Tops. I wouldn't bet on it. Not with that offering. I think this is more of a dead cat right now. Probably get rejected at 4. If it gets over $4 and moves back up, I would say the neckline of this head and shoulders, it's probably what here, 420. But I don't hold much hope for Tops right now to go bullish. The reason they were pumping it today was they were pumping it, priming it for this offering. They've got the offering out. It did go up to like $11 the beginning of October, but yeah. Ooh, it might still get given yet. This it's not shortable. I'd love to short it, Super Chip, but it's not shortable. I looked at whether it's shortable. I can't short it. Yeah, hi there. Let's have a look at Vapo for you. So this is one of these low vapor firm, low price stocks. It's not great at the moment. The range is like less than 2 cents, and it's I don't. This is one of the reasons I don't trade this level of stock. He's having a good day. Don't get me wrong. 55% up on the day, but when we're talking about it's a dollar stock. Oh, it's been given. It's been given. Wow. Germany are going out. Sorry, Kai. Lufax Holdings, Anthony. What's the there you go. LU. So again, this is just barcoding. There's no trade here. No trade at all. This is just barcoding sideways. It's down on the day, but it's just barcoding sideways. We've got less than a 1 cent range on Lufax. So this is why I don't like looking at these. I don't like talking about these penny stocks because there's just not enough volatility there. You want nice volatility, good volume, and that's where you get the profits from. Trading these penny stocks just because they're affordable is a false economy. It really is. Let's have a look at Algo. Let's have a look at Neon again. What happened to Neon? Neon, all right, okay, we're testing that. We're breaking highs now with Neon, 590. Neon could be worth looking at, 590. Yeah, Japan need to stick 22 men behind the ball now. Well, let's see if we can break $6 with Neon. Give it 20 cents. So I got in at 93. So I'm looking for the break of $6 here and move up, maybe get 610. Yeah, it's just algorithmic trading, absolutely. When it starts barcoding like that, it's just HFTs. In fact, over 60%, nearly 70% of all daily volume on the markets is HFTs. Just high frequency trading, taking advantage of the spreads, backwards and forwards, trading both sides of a range. So Neon's had a good day today. Neon currently up nearly 44% on the day. 43.9%. And in terms of relative volume, it's having a very good day, is Neon. Normally trades just under 27,000 shares a day. And it's currently trading 2.2 million, so it's like 100x. And the reason why is because they've won a patent case against Samsung. Now, Samsung, every other week Samsung's in court defending patents, but usually against Apple, to be fair. But Samsung's always stealing intellectual property off someone or something. I took it because we got the pullback and then the move to new highs, high of day. So I'm one of those people that likes to buy high and sell higher. So if buy low, sell high. I buy high and sell higher. So as it broke new highs, that's when I got in. But it's looking strong, to be fair. I'm waiting for it to break $6, and depending on how it breaks $6, whether it breaks it with good volume and good momentum, whether I add to the position or just take half the position off and ride it for the rest. We'll see. Hey Dunkers, good evening to you. Good afternoon if you're in the States, and good evening if you're anywhere near I am. Geographically speaking, that is. Continentally speaking. So we're right between the spreads right now. 95 and 91, and we're at 93, so that's pulling back a little bit. Well, that was a bit of a strange... It's an opportunity, buying opportunity, I think. Buy the dip. Quite a lot of buyers at 71. Yeah, I did say that. AMC looked like it was right for shorting. You joined late, so when I looked at AMC, I said it's probably a better option to short right now. We were at the back end of the move. You want to be getting the front end of the move, not the back end. This is the problem with power hour trading, is that it's not as much volume as you're going to get in the opening hour. It's akin to pre-market actually. But you can get some good volatility. Yeah, Top's got rejected at $4, like I said it would. It's probably going to finish today around and sell off in the after hour session as well. It'll probably finish around 290 or something, I would imagine. Top shipping. It'll be under $3 by the close, I would imagine. Right, if this breaks 570, I'm just going to get out. This is pulling back a little bit too much for me. I should have left that stop in place. Breaking lows now. Yeah, get out. Well, I can't have all winners, can I? Still over goal, and that's the main thing. So going back to AMC. So AMC, look at this on a 5-minute, 15-minute, you can see it better. So we had the move up, and now it's selling off hard. It's probably better for if you want to short this, it's probably a decent idea. Certainly if it breaks 820 and holds, I think it's done. It's probably done anyway. So yeah, taking profit on AMC is probably a good option now. I wouldn't sell it right now. I'd wait for a little bounce and then a continuation downwards. It's a bit like you're looking for a pullback when you're going long. You look for this, you know, a little bit of a bounce here before going short on AMC. Oh, there you go. There's your bounce there. So now breaks lows here. There's a good time to go short now. Go on, Japan. You've got to root the underdog, haven't you? Hey, Ian. Japan beating Spain. I didn't see that one coming. Well, good stuff. If you were going long and you sold at 9, that's pretty much what you wanted. All right. Anything else worth trading today? Taboola. It's under $3. I'm not going to look at it. Vax. This is a good game, man. I'm just listening to it. Japan are actually, as it stands right now, Japan are topping the group. Yeah, well, Belgium went out today, and we could be looking at Germany going out this evening as it stands. So it's a World Cup of shocks. Anybody could win it. I mean, if Japan are going to top the group, I mean, there you go. In structure holdings, there's no volume. Sorry about that high there, but it's up at, I mean, this is having a little bit of a move right now, but there's just no volume. There's not enough people trading it. It's like 200,000 shares traded all day, and we're not even getting 5,000 shares a minute at the moment. So it just lacks volume. I wouldn't touch that. You need volume and volatility, and this is what tends to happen at the end of the day. Volume dries up. Realistically, like AMC is a good example. You're looking for stocks that are extended. They're way up there, and they show signs of weakness. And this one's a good example. Then you start going for the reversal, either to the downside or to the upside. Awful. This one sold off hard, and this one's the opposite. So this one, you go long on this if it's because it seems like it's reached the bottom at 560, and now it's bouncing. It's extended to the downside, so you're looking for a reversal to the upside. So that's really what power hour is. It's not that easy, Farron. It takes time. So I lost money like every other trader. It's just persistence and patience. That it takes time, and it's like okay. Just think about it this way: you're getting your gardening done. Okay, you've got you move into a house and you're getting the garden done. Well, you need a wall building. You do it yourself, and you hire a bricklayer to come in and do it. So you do it yourself, you find just how difficult it actually is. You hire a bricklayer, an experienced bricklayer to come in. It's built and it's knocked up in an afternoon, and it looks perfect. Because he's made it look so easy, and he's chopping the bricks in half with his trowel, and he's laying the mortar on there, and it's done in no time. Same thing. It's like any other profession. Practice and time served are what make the difference. That's what makes it look easy. Experienced people make it look easy, but it doesn't mean that it is. So this is what I say to everybody that joins the Day Trade with Tony community, everybody that joins the Day Trade with Tony course and takes it, is look, set your expectations low to start off with. First and foremost, don't trade real money until you've shown profitability in a simulator. That could take months. It could take, usually most people get impatient and they'll put money in inside 30 to 60 days and they'll lose it. Most people will blow up that first account just purely out of belligerence and impatience. In reality, you don't put money in until you're showing consistent levels of profitability in a simulator. Once you've done that, you start small. I'm doing $5,000 a day, that on average across the year. I'm doing $5,000 a day, or better, slightly better. But that doesn't mean that that's what you're going to be doing. I've got a larger account. I start every month with $30,000, and I'm not doing $5,000 when I've got $30,000 account. I'm usually looking at about $2,000. When I'm starting a month, I'm looking at about $2,000. Towards the end of the month, I'm looking at like $7,000. And across the month, it averages out at $5,000. But if you're starting with, let's say you start with a $5,000 account, and you get a 5x leverage, on average, anywhere between 4 and 6 is normal for your broker. If you get a 5x leverage in terms of margin on your account, that's going to, on a $5,000 account, that's going to give you $25,000 of buying power. So if you basically target yourself on a daily goal of 1% of your buying power, that means you're looking at $250. 250 on a $5,000 account, you're looking at trying to make $250 a day. And you might say, well, $250, that's not a lot. Well, think about it. That's $1,250 a week. That's $5 grand a month. You know, it mounts up, it adds up. So, and as your account grows, then of course your target will increase as well, because you're looking at 1% of your equity. It doesn't continue to grow as you get a larger account. Of course, the economies of scale don't work that way. You've seen with me that if I took, for example, with PAFO here, $6 stock, if I took a low float stock, it's got 5 million in the float. If I took 100,000 shares, I'd absolutely mess up the whole liquidity of the market. 5,000 is a good start. Yeah, I recommend 5,000 as a starting level for trading, for day trading. If you can do it with less, but your expectations need to be less. And you've got to also factor in that you're going to have commissions and charges as well. So that's going to come out of your expectations as well. So if you $5,000 account, a $2,500 account, and it's half of that, you're looking at $125 as your target profit level per day. The realistic thing about it, or the thing that you're going to have about that is that's your gross level. So $125 profit per day, you're going to probably end up racking up, what, 50, 60 quid's worth of commissions and charges as well. So you're making $50 a day. So then you're asking yourself, well, okay, how profitable is it doing this? Well, you've got to stick at it. Over time, your account will grow, and that 50, 60 bucks of charges might end up at like $400, $500 like it does with me on a daily basis, but you're making 4,000, 5,000. So on average, I worked out on average that I'm getting hit by about 15% of my on a daily basis. It costs me about 15% in charges. commissions, regulatory fees, ECM fees, that kind of stuff. It works out about 15%. Sometimes it's less, sometimes it's more, but on average it's about 15%, which is why I came up with this this target. For me to have a 7-figure net goal, I would have approximately 1.2 million gross, which means I've got approximately 200Ks in charges and transaction fees and everything else. Gives me that 7-figure goal, which then is that 100,000 a month. You break that out on average, let's say 20 trading days a month, that's $5,000 a day. You work it backwards like that. And you need to be setting yourself goals like that, and you break it down into bite-sized chunks so that on a daily basis, you know what you're trying to achieve. The broker that I'm using is Capital Markets, Humble. I have accounts with a few different brokers. I've got most of my equity positions with Interactive, actually, but I just like I like trading with Capital Markets. They give me a little bit more leverage. I have less issues. Interactive brokers, I've got my long-term positions with. I've got my retirement account with them, and if I'm trading options, I prefer that. Well, there is no options chain here, but I'd use the options chain with Interactive as well. So I would always recommend that you have more than one broker as well. By all means, trade with your favorite broker, but always have a backup, because if you blow up your account, you're going to then have to wait to reload it. And if you've got a secondary broker, then you can or have multiple accounts with the one broker if you want. I mean, I've got multiple accounts. I've got 3 accounts with CMEG, and I've got about 6 accounts with Interactive. So different types of accounts, that is. Pax Medica. Pax Medica up at 290, went to 270s. It just popped up towards 290. Not much volume there. It's kind of erratic. No pattern to trade, so not really worth chasing. Let's have a look at Kaba. So this is about $5. This is Cabaletta Bio. Why is it moving? It's had a couple of good days in a row, actually. Yes, it is Humble. It's their own version, but they brand it their own version, but it absolutely is. Thanks for that, but I don't need you to send me those messages when I'm in the middle of trading. Okay, what was I saying? No, do you know what? I don't know if there are any nationality restrictions, Humble, but it is a global company, so there shouldn't be. There might be the usual axis of evil blockages, but the majority of and it's an offshore brokerage, so the majority of nationalities will be catered for. So you can trade in Bangkok, or you can trade in Bermuda, you can trade in you know, India, or you can trade in Argentina, whatever. There's no issues. How much do I trade? With? Well, it depends. At the moment, I've got this account right now has got about 200,000 worth of equity. I will be withdrawing about half of that tomorrow and leaving it with 100,000, because I want a good-sized account this month. January, I'll be starting with a small account again. Now, whether I go back to 30,000 or whether I start and do a small account challenge for the year, that could be something interesting. I might put a poll out there on my channel and see what you guys think. If you want me to start with like a $2,000 account at the beginning of January, and when I come back off my break, and just see how much we can grow that across the year. That might be worth something like that. Again, it depends on what the stock that I'm trading. If it's a higher price stock, if I'm trading Tesla or Microsoft, then I'm going to need all my leverage. I can't. When I traded Alibaba earlier, I took 5,000 shares, and it's an $80 stock. So 5,000 shares of an $80 stock, we're looking at what's that? $400,000 worth of equity. So I'm using quite a lot of leverage there. Whereas when I traded on CrowdStrike, I took again, that's 124,000. I took 5,000 shares with CrowdStrike at one stage. That's nearly $700,000 worth of equity. So that's a lot of my leverage used. Whereas Top Shipping, a $4 stock, I take 5,000. I take 10,000 shares with Top Shipping, and I'm only using $40,000 worth of equity. I'm not even dipping into the into the leverage that I can get. Not even trading on margin. So, but I'm still looking for similar kind of gains in terms of how much per share. Am I looking for? I want to get that 10 cent per share. My rule of thumb is I want to get 10 cents per share to start off with, no matter what size I'm looking for a 10 cent move per share as a minimum. Depending, if I'm trading something like Alibaba, I might be looking for 30 cents per share, or if I'm trading, I traded Meta, I was wanting 50 cents per share. So if it's a higher price stock, one of the mid or high caps, I'm looking for a larger gain per share, but I'm taking smaller size than I would be able to if it's a low float, low cap stock. Well, Ian, I'm happy to help you. If you're a day trader with Tony student, you can get the mentorship, and no problem at all. You borrow. To be fair, borrow fees aren't that bad. I don't have that much problem with borrow fees, Humble, because I don't short very often overnight. So yeah, well, just add me if you're using TraderView. Just add me as a mentor, and we can go over the trades together, and whether that's in a simulator or whether it's real live money, Ian. But going back to you, Humble, in terms of the borrow fees. Most of the stocks that I will short are easy to borrow. I'll only get hit with borrow fees if I'm holding it overnight or longer. Intraday, I don't get hit by it. If it's an easy to borrow stock and I don't, and I'm in and out the same day, I don't get hit by borrow fees. Oh no! So again, it depends. A lot of stocks are just not like Top Shipping wasn't shortable today. I looked at it as soon as the offering came out. I looked at shorting it. It just wasn't shortable, so I couldn't. But I've found that having an account with Interactive and also an account with Capital Markets has far more shares to borrow. It's much easier to borrow than it is with Interactive. So Okta breaking highs. Back up at high of day. It looks like we just broke high of day. Okta. Let's see. I'm sure I just saw MDV spike up. Well done. If you go into my playlist, you'll be able to see the August small account challenge. I started off with a small account challenge. I started off this channel with a small account challenge, actually, Don. But if you go into my playlist there, I did a small account, a very short small account challenge in August. I did a $2,500 account, and I had, I think it was 2 weeks grow to, and I managed to grow it from 2,500 to just over 12,000. So that was a good result. 10k profit in 2 weeks. This is really interesting, this table right now. Japan topping the group, I would never have thought. No way! Costa Rica have equalised. I didn't realise that as well. Oh, Germany are screwed. They're going out bottom of the group. This is not quite as bad as France in 2000, but 2002. But not far off. But Japan are going to top this group. Morocco have topped Group F. Who would have thought? Morocco and Croatia go out, go through in Belgium's group. Belgium go out, go home. Any other shocks really? Yeah, this is. What can happen tomorrow? Well, Brazil are through. Switzerland should go through. They need a point. And let's have a look at Portugal are through. Between Korea and Uruguay, anyone could go through on that one as well. So yeah, interesting World Cup. Good stuff, Emmanuel. So Capital Markets Elite Group is what it's called. Humble. Capital Markets Elite. It depends where you're based. I don't know where you're based, Humble. If you're in the US, you're probably best with the Trinidad, with the Caribbean one, either Barbados or Trinidad. I know I'm with Trinidad, being an island. You're probably, if you're in the UK, Capital Markets UK is probably the best one for you guys. If you're in Australia, I think there's a Capital Markets Australia. So it depends where you're based, but Capital Markets Elite Group, they're a global, they're a massive brokerage. But they're just offshore. There's no PDT rule. One of the benefits of going with capital markets, there's no PDT rule. You're not, as a small trader, as a retail trader, you've got a small account, you're not limited to just 4 trades every 5 days. It's much better that way. Germany just scored. Yeah, but they're still going out. They're still going out. They might be above Costa Rica, but they're still going home as it stands right now because on goal difference. Oh, go figure. This is hilarious. All right, start talking about trading, Tony. Canada, yeah. So it's Canada. You've got a lot of options open to you in Canada, but CMEC. So capital markets, Trinidad's probably your best option there. But you've got other options in Canada that's available to you that are not available to us in Europe. I mean, TD Ameritrade's available in Canada. Not a bad brokerage either. You can use Dash Trade with TD Ameritrade, but they've also got a decent free platform that which is not bad either, which TOS, or Think or Swim as it's known, TOS platform. You've got Speed Trader, you've got there's a whole bunch of trading options available to you in Canada that are just not available here. Yeah. Okay. So right, I'm getting distracted by the football. Talk to me. What am I supposed to be trading now? What's moving? Opta's not moving that quick. It's breaking highs, but it's not moving that quick. We got this move up, and it's looking bullish, but probably not something up. That's horrible. That really is horrible. This is top shipping. This offering is just horrible. I wouldn't trust it. It looks like a double bottom on top shipping right now on the 2 minute, but I just wouldn't trust it after that offering. AMC. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at these. Let's rank this based on where we're actually at. Jewel never did. That's twice that's been delayed. EBGI. Nah, that's selling off. Short sale restriction as well, which is not shortable. We'll get rid of that one. Can't go wrong on that one. That's just gone red on the day. This is shortable, but it's a little bit too far down now. It's gone red, just gone red on the day, so that's probably where it's going to finish. So no. Alibaba, that's sideways at the moment. I'll leave that there for tomorrow. CrowdStrike. That's still looking fairly good, actually. 124. I should have kept an eye on this one. It's, I got it here. It's moved up another $1. I got it at 124 is when I got it. So that would up 124.92. So well, the S&P 500 might prevent that. That's gone green again. The S&P 500 having a closing 30-minute rally. Pulled back and bounced nicely off the VWAP up into kind of 408s and above, 408.40s, currently 408.10s, but went up to 408.40s. So this is the S&P 500. So this is the SPY, which is representative of the S&P 500. The SPY is the Spider S&P 500. It's an ETF that is 1/10 of the value of the SPX, which is the S&P 500 futures. But yeah, AMC. Let's have a look at AMC. Yeah, I'm not sure it will. I mean, I didn't draw this line here. This is a line from previous, but this has been either support or resistance. So that's key levels. It's what's known as market memory. And it comes down to a key level. It'll bounce on that key level, whether it was support or resistance previously. Let's have a look on the 15. Where was that? Okay, so it was support previously here. And we've got another support line here. So it's market memory, but it bounces at that level and it's up. So I'm not sure you'll get beyond $8 CMD. You might do, but I don't think you will. I think if it's going to break $8, it'll either be overnight or tomorrow. And whilst you've got this head and shoulders kind of forming, I think it'll probably break 850 again before then selling off again. The head and shoulders formation, it's not got enough time. There's only 15 minutes left. It's not really got enough time to complete the head and shoulders pattern and sell off. So it'll either sell off overnight or yeah. That's AMC. Ramed. Very sideways, choppy at the moment. $3. Oncolytics Biotech. It's just choppy. What else has moved? Arse. I like the pronunciation of the ticker. Arse. ARCE. Arco platform. Just choppy. I'll put this level $11.50. Very choppy sideways. I would say that's kind of a triple top, which then is bearish, probably sell off. So I'm not trading that. Certainly up to the upside. Platform. Yext. Have a look at Yext. Yeah, that's not doing anything either. Nope, that's not doing anything. 9 Energies, just hitting the scanners. If this gets over the VWAP, might be interesting if it gets decent volume, but there's no volume. Okay. So the Fed's bar is saying it's talking about what Powell said yesterday about the slowing of the rate hikes. I'm mad. So back over $3. Testing the VWAP here. No, I'm not feeling it. Not feeling that. We'll see. Yeah. Looks like Germany going home, one of the pre-tournament favourites, along with Belgium, another of the pre-tournament favourites. Go figure. Okay, guys, let's talk about the market. How are you guys getting on? Are you profitable today? Are you having a good day? There's 5 below, certainly is. Just having a lovely day. Why is 5 below moving up so high, so well? In your own time. 5 below shares trading higher if the company reported better than expected Q3 results. That's why. Is that it? Yeah. So, I mean, it's only a 49 million float, but it's, let's see. Five below. This is up quite a bit, 16% for a $180 stock. That's a lot of gains. That was went up, it pumped up mostly after hours yesterday, but it's had a really good day today as well. Sold off at the open and then not so much selling off at the open, but pumped up then sold off. Now it's trying to get up there again. What's the high of day right now? It's 188.67. Well, I'm glad you didn't hold it through the day, Don. You could have got killed on that offering. Have a look at tops right now. Top shipping See this offering here? They announced a secondary offering here, and it's just capitulated. We got a little bit of a dead cat bounce here, but it's down. It wouldn't surprise me if this is under $3 when we come back tomorrow. Yes, words of wisdom, Dan, is first and foremost, if you're not feeling it tomorrow, take a long weekend. But the way I like to do it is every day is different. It's like what happened today is not going to impact what happens tomorrow, and what happens tomorrow is not going to impact what happens on Monday. So every day you have to treat it as a different day. The same way as every trade, you have to treat it as a different trade. Easy said, not so easy done. What I mean by that is that you get in a trade. One of the key things, this is another skill that is very difficult to master, very easy to understand, is revenge trading. So you lose, let's say you lose $1,000 on one trade, and that's a big portion of your equity. The natural emotion is, if you're going to you see another setup, you want to make $1,000 on your next trade. You've lost $1,000 on one trade in very quick, in a very quick move. You then automatically, your emotions are going to kick in and say that I need to make that $1,000 back on the next trade. That's the wrong mentality straight away. And the best thing to do is, if you suffer from a loss and you're feeling like that, stand up, walk away, go and have a glass of water, go for a walk, take the dog for a walk, whatever, come back. You need a clear mind. Every trade is different. Every trade is separate, and you need to go back to basics. Every trade, you should be trading your plan about base hits. You're trying to get the base hits. I've already mentioned that I look for 10 cents. That's my base hit. I look for a 10-cent move. Now, if I'm trading a higher price stock, I might look for 25 or 50 cents. But as a rule of thumb, low float, low price stocks, I'm looking for a 10-cent move. That's my first target. Once I've got 10 cents, I might take a little bit off, and then I might take 5,000 shares, take 2,500 shares off after I've made 10 cents, and I'll have moved my stock to break even. Then I'm looking for the next 10 cents or the next 5 cents or whatever it may be. And as we start moving up, I'll then scale back in. By doing that, I'm able to get some really good winners. Now, if I've got, my problem is that I tend to swing for the fences a little bit too often. And this is normal, it's human emotion. So if you are in a losing position, or you're coming from a losing position, to recover from a drawdown, you start with base hits. Where you are, that's your floor. It's always, every single day. It doesn't matter if you've had a good week and you're way ahead of goal, that's your floor. On that particular day, that's your floor. That's where you're starting from. So tomorrow, you're starting from your floor. You've got a smaller equity position. That's all it is. Easy come, easy go. That's trading. Well, Oracle's not a bad company for long-term investment. They're a good company, good balance sheet. Yeah, they've had a good couple of days. I'd say since October, there's a nice look at this on the daily. If you're a swing trader, you would have been loving this. So as a swing trader in October, you get Oracle, this huge sell-off, and you see this bounce up, gap up here, then sell off here. You're looking at this and you're thinking, oh, moving up, set up. So you've been looking for $67. That's your entry. As a swing trader, you have a little bit wider risk and reward. You take smaller positions. You put your you're maybe risking $5 on this. So you take your position. You're risking $5. So you take your position at 67, you're getting at 67 here. As it breaks 67, you got your stop at 62, which is down here. So are you going to get this move up? Yeah, you're still in it here. You keep holding it. You might now say, okay, well, I'm going to put my stop at 80 now. You move your stop up along the way, stop to 80, and just let it ride. And if it continues to ride up, you keep moving your stop up. Every time it moves up $10, you move it up 5. So that's a textbook double bottom setup. Oracle there in October from a swing. So the thing is, the principles for swing trading and day trading are very similar. It's just the time frame. The patterns are the same. And if you look at this double bottom, you've been looking for this on a 1 minute time frame, 2 minute time frame, 5 minute time frame. If you're a day trader, you're looking for this exact pattern, this exact setup. And as it moves up, you take your position here on this green candle here. And although it pulls back, it doesn't pull back to your stop. So you just set it and go, and then you watch it take off. And your take profit is here at the top of the move. 75 bucks. You're in at you're in here at 67. You're looking for a 7. You're risking 5 to make 7 or 8. You're risking 5 to make 8, and then you've made 8. You either take your profit there, or you just leave it in, keep it in, and keep riding it up. So that's a great, fantastic double bottom setup on Oracle. But I'm not sure if you got in for that one, Jack. I'm not sure if that's why you traded that, but hindsight's great. No problem, Dan. Maths, just look at the charts. It's very simple. So if you look at the charts on multiple time frames, you look at all support and resistance areas. It's not a mathematical thing. It's a pattern recognition thing. So I'm looking at Oracle. I'll look at something that's a bit more volatile. So let's look at AMC. Okay. So AMC here. Look at it on the daily. So straight away, you can get rid of all these lines. Just straight away with AMC, you might look at this on the daily. You might say, okay, I'll zoom out, and you don't need the candles. You can just look at areas of support. There's an area here. That's a support area. 1475. That's a $3/4 level, because it's tapped that level so many times. Both as a resistance, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here, support here, resistance here, support here, support here, support here. So there you go. There's a key level 1475 for AMC. I might then look at, okay, well, what about up here? So I've got support here, resistance, resistance, resistance. So that's another key level. It's 1932. 1925 probably be a bit more realistic. So I'll bring that down to 1925. That level, quarter, half, and whole dollars. You see the, let's say, support, resistance, 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 resistance. So you're looking at the key levels. This is on the daily, by the way. So I can look at this and I'm mapping this out on the daily. So then I close that down, and I'm looking at, okay, I might want to zoom in. So we're getting this down here. I might say, okay, well, key level here, it was support here, resistance here, resistance here, resistance here. Let's have a look. I've done that on the daily. Let's look at it on a lower time frame. Let's look at it from an intraday perspective, and I'll look at 5 minutes. Okay, well, here's the line that I've just drawn. Funnily enough, when it broke above this line, it came back and tested it as support. Back above it, tested it as support before then moving up. So it's a realistic level that you want to be looking at as a key level. And what I would say is, you look at it as areas, and you tend to find that it's round numbers. So 786 is a bit obscure, but might be 780 or 785, maybe 790, whatever. And that's how you do your support and resistance. It's not about mathematics. It's about, so I look at that. It's tapped this level here, 815. Key level here, what was it, 810? I'll say 810. Nice round number, 810. So it's tapped it as a support there. Again, back down, support there. Come all the way down, support there, support there. Let's just have a look. Does this marry up with any levels on the higher time frame? So let's look at it on the 15-minute time frame. No, because it's there. Let's look at it on the hourly. Well, not quite. Daily. Okay, down here. So we're over here. We found we got support there. We've just mapped it out at 810. We've also had resistance there in these days, mid-November. We had resistance there in October. We had support here in September. So yes, that's a key level. And that's how you test it. Support and resistance, it needs to be tapped at least 3 times. The more it gets tapped, the more times that it's touched that level and bounced off it, either up to the upside or the downside, the more reliable it becomes. So that's what you're looking for, Sergio. Is when you're mapping out support and resistance, you might look for an area on the daily, on the 1 minute time frame, as I did on this, and then or the 5 minutes or whatever it is. And then you'll map that out and then look at it on the higher time frame for confirmation. So thank you for tech time. So you know the deal now. I'll be back at it tomorrow. The market's over. I'll be back at it tomorrow, 90 minutes before the market opens. So that's 8 a.m. market time, 1 p.m. here where I'm based in Ireland and the UK. Come join me then. We'll do it all over again. And we'll, as PMZ says, we're going to have another good green day tomorrow. So that's 2 green days in a row for me. 7,000 yesterday, 11,000 yesterday, 6,000 today. So that's a good start to December. Today being the first, we're back green on the week. So we've cleared the drawdown from Monday and Tuesday. We're ahead of goal on the year, so we're having a good time at the moment. We're in a happy place, and I'm getting into the Christmas spirit. So come back tomorrow. We'll do it all again. If you want to check out the Day Trade with Tony course, just jump on the links in the description on YouTube or follow the Linktree/TikTok Trader, as you can see there on the on that address. Or if you're on TikTok, just go into my profile. The Linktree's there. You can click on it. The link in my profile is the Linktree, and you click on that. You can get the Day Trade with Tony course. You get access to the private Discord as part of that. You get a lot of free reading material as well. It's an absolute steal for the price. Check out Benzinga. So this is Benzinga here. These are 2 of my Benzinga scanners that you're looking at right now. I've not changed them over to the after hours session, but this is Benzinga. Check it out for free, 14 days, again in the link. And also I've opened up a merch store, so Trade with Tony merch store. Check that out in the description in YouTube or on the Linktree, and fill your boots for Christmas. It doesn't quite work that way, PMZ, but if it's a bull market, I might actually go for that. I'll probably go for 2 million if it was a bull market, but realistically it's going to be tight if I get the 1 million. I'm being completely honest with you there. I might not get the 1 million yet. I'm being realistic. It's going to be tight. So if I can get the 7-figure year this year, I'll probably go for 1.5 next year at net. So to get 1.5, I'll probably go for 2 million gross, and that'll be my target. And it'll increase my target because it's 1.2 gross. I'll probably increase my target again. So I increased it about 20% from what I did last year, but I didn't really have a target last year as such. So I'll probably increase it again by about 20%, maybe a bit more. What's that? That's 50%. Well, if it's a bull, if we get a bit more bullish market, then it's realistic. I'll probably do 1.5. Probably increase it by to 1.5 next year. We'll see. I might just start off and do a small account challenge for the year, and see what can I grow like a small account to. I think a lot of people will be a lot more interested in that, and it'd be a lot less risky for me. Just to start off with, let's say a 2 or a 5k account, and then grow it up, take no trades other than live on the channel, and do it that way, and see how much I can grow it. That's another way of doing it. Okay, let's end the stream, and I'll be back at it tomorrow. Come join me. Look forward to seeing you there, guys. Take care. Enjoy your evening.